The stadium was a coliseum of despair, and Jin was the last one standing. His team had dissolved into golden dust after one missed penalty too many. The only escape was a sealed portal at the center circle, one that demanded a perfect free kick goal to crack open. Now, on the 50th floor, the pitch split in two, and a ghost from his past stood beneath the crossbar. His older brother, Ren. 3 attempts. That was all he had before the stadium itself collapsed into nothing.
I have to score past the one person I spent my life trying to honor.
One mistake, one missed penalty, and his entire team had turned to golden dust. Jin had a single gift from anywhere inside the arc. His right foot could bend the ball around any wall and kiss the net.
You can't save me, but you can end this.
The whistle blew, and Jin's heart became the ball.
3 attempts to break the portal, to escape this death game. You can't save me, but you can end this. Ren's words echoed, a blade twisting in my chest.
Memories flooded. The sunlit field, Ren's laugh as he taught a young Jin to bend the ball beyond reach. Then the argument. Ren quitting football, walking out. That night, he vanished into this very stadium.
Now he's here, hollow-eyed, a prisoner guarding the gate. My brother, my opponent.
The stadium groaned. Cracks spiderwebbed across the walls, raining dust. Time was bleeding out.
If I score, does he disappear? If I miss, we're both buried. There's no right answer, but his voice says, end this. Maybe the only mercy is to obey.
He set the ball on the penalty spot. The familiar leather felt like a tether to everything lost. Ren spread his arms, a spectral guardian, waiting. The portal behind him throbbed with hungry light.
No more running. The first kick will decide everything. For you, Ren.
Attention. Lone striker. You possess 3 free kicks. A perfect goal cracks the portal. Failure, and this stadium becomes your tomb. He remembered earlier floors, the shock of a portal, bursting open after a clean strike, the illusion of escape.
But every portal led to another trial. Another keeper, another countdown. The game was never ending. This time, the keeper is my brother. This time, the stakes are my soul.
Now, the stands shimmered with ghostly figures. Teammates, opponents, all who had fallen in this coliseum.
Their silent judgment presses down. Can I succeed where they perished?
He set the ball on the penalty spot. The walls groaned louder, chunks of concrete crashing nearby. Time was bleeding out. Ren stood immobile, his ghostly arms spread, a barrier between Jin and the portal. Jin took a deep breath, then lunged forward. His right foot was his only weapon.
Please, let this kick be enough. Let me reach him.
His foot connected. The ball launched, spinning, curving with supernatural precision. The perfect free kick.
It's going in. I've never bent it this far. Ren won't reach it.
But Ren's ghostly hand materialized, catching the ball as if it had never moved. Effortless. The stadium groaned in response. A new fissure tore across the pitch, chunks of concrete raining down. The scoreboard flickered, the number bleeding to a crimson 2. One less chance to escape. Childhood memories flickered. A younger Jin sprawled on the grass, Ren's shadow falling over him after another saved penalty.
You can't beat me with half your heart, Jin. Your guilt chains your foot.
He's right. I am terrified to let go, to lose him again even to a goal.
Jin sank to one knee, the weight of failure pressing down. 2 attempts remained, but the resolve had cracked.
2 more kicks. I have to sever this guilt, or the stadium buries us both. You are not my brother. My brother would never chain me in this nightmare stadium. This ghost wears his face, but his eyes hold no warmth, only the emptiness of the grave.
This game mirrors the guilt that festers in your heart, Jin. Each kick peels back another scar you hide. Only a heart scrubbed clean of regret can shatter the portal. Your guilt is both lock and key.
Unburdened. So if I forgive myself for that night, for the shattering argument, the arc will be unbreakable.
The logic was seductive. Release the guilt, sever the chains, and the perfect kick would finally succeed.
I'll forgive the boy who screamed at Ren, who let him walk into the dark. Then nothing holds this shot back.
Be careful what you wish to free, little brother.
Number. I know what I must do. The second kick will be the one.
With trembling hands, he placed the ball on the penalty spot. The second attempt would be his act of self-forgiveness. He ran up, his mind whispering forgiveness. The strike was pure. The ball bent into a phantom arc no keeper should reach.
I've released the guilt. This curve is unstoppable.
But Ren's hand phased through reality, catching the phantom ball as if plucking a fruit. Effortless.
Impossible. I forgave myself. Why didn't it work?
The scoreboard flickered, the number crashing down to a lone, bleeding 1. The portal pulsed weakly. A chunk of the grandstand collapsed, dust choking the air. The stadium was dying faster. Jin crumpled to his knees, the weight of failure turning his bones to lead. One kick left.
Self-forgiveness was a lie. The guilt still chokes me. What am I missing?
Forgiving yourself isn't enough. You must understand the cost before the arc becomes unbreakable.
The cost. He's been trying to tell me. The final kick might break more than the portal.
Ren knelt before Jin, hollow eyes level with his broken gaze.
You carry the weight of that night like a stone, Jin. Every kick shatters a little more of you.
The guilt is a cage, and I hold the key but cannot turn it.
This stadium feeds on your pain. The portal will never open until you face what really happened.
What really happened? You disappeared. I searched for years. I blamed myself.
You remember only the argument. You forget the reason I went to the stadium that night.
The spectral crowd hushed, their phantom forms leaning forward as if awaiting a long-buried truth.
He went to the stadium to practice. No, there was something else. A message he left me.
You will understand before the final kick. But first, you must truly want to know the cost.
The cost? What will it take from me?
The memory surged. A cramped apartment, bitter words, a door slammed shut. That night, everything shattered.
You are throwing away everything. Football is all we have, Ren. Don't do this.
I can't live for your dream. If I stay, I'll lose myself. Please understand.
Their voices rose in a storm of accusations. Jin never forgave himself for the final words he screamed. That night, Ren walked into the stadium alone, leaving behind a voicemail Jin wouldn't find for days. The voicemail echoed, "Meet me at midnight. I need to tell you the truth." But he never listened.
I never checked that message until it was too late. The guilt has carved a hole in my soul.
Your guilt is the lock that traps me here. Only by releasing it can you truly score.
Then, I'll release it. I forgive the boy who screamed at you. No more chains, I swear.
A fragile peace settled over him. The final kick would be his absolution, the arc of a heart unburdened. Jin rose from his knees, the fragile piece of forgiveness settling over his shoulders like a cloak.
This is it. The final attempt. No more self-doubt, only the arc.
His hands no longer trembled as he placed the ball on the penalty spot. The guilt had been exorcised. The entire ghostly stadium fell silent, a hush so deep it pressed against his eardrums. Ren remained motionless, but his spectral eyes now glistened with a sorrow that cut through the distance.
He looks sad, but I've done what he asked. I've forgiven myself. Is there still something I am missing? No, I can't hesitate now. The kick must be pure.
He took a long breath, then stepped back to begin his run-up, eyes locked on the target. Beyond Ren, the portal pulsed feebly, its runes flickering like dying embers.
This kick will open it. It has to.
Stop, Jin. Before you strike, you must know the full cost.
Ren's ghostly form flickered, and for a moment, his hollow eyes flashed with a desperate, centuries-old sorrow.
A perfect free kick will shatter the portal, but my soul is the lock. Scoring will erase me from existence.
Erase, not free. I would be the one to destroy him. The guilt I thought I released was just the beginning.
The portal's light shifted to a dark, pulsating void, as if tasting the coming sacrifice, its runes weeping black.
Your earlier kicks failed because you sensed this truth. You knew, deep down, the cost was my soul.
That's why my heart hesitated. I couldn't kill him. The perfect kick was always a murder weapon.
If you fail now, the stadium collapses us both. There is no third option. You must choose.
Jin's leg felt like lead, rooted to the penalty spot. The perfect kick, his lifelong gift, had twisted into a murder weapon aimed at his brother's soul.
Every path leads to his end. Score and kill him. Miss and we're both buried. There's no forgiveness. Only sacrifice.
The announcer's voice sliced through the silence. Final attempt. You have 60 seconds until obliteration.
60 seconds to choose. Murder my brother, or the grave. There's no third door. There must be another way. You are not just a lock. You are my brother. Fight this.
There is no fight left. The game is the only truth. Decide.
The clock ticked. Jin's mind flooded with faces of fallen teammates, their golden dust shimmering in memory. Their ghostly figures now lined the pitch, silent witnesses to the impossible choice.
They all died because I couldn't score. Now I can, but it means killing him.
The stadium groaned, another chunk of roof collapsing just feet away. 40 seconds left.
No time. No way out. I have to kick, but I can't.
The ball sat on the penalty spot, unmoving, as if it too waited for Jin's soul to shatter.
No more stalling. If this is the only path, I'll walk it. For Ren, for the team, I'll become the villain.
With trembling hands, Jin placed the ball on the penalty spot once more. The final time. Ren spread his arms. A spectral guardian awaiting the blow that would unmake him. The stadium screamed as another chunk of the grandstand sheared away, dust choking the air.
I won't close my eyes. I'll watch every second of his sacrifice and carry it forever.
He stepped back, then lunged forward. The run-up began, each stride a countdown, slow motion. The world blurred. Only the ball and the ghost in the goal existed.
I am sorry, Ren. I hope you understand.
His right foot swung back, the perfect arc primed to cut through guilt and love alike. And then, with everything he had, he struck. His foot connected, and the ball shot forward with a desperate curve. Perfect, yet poisoned by doubt.
A memory pierced him. Ren's laugh, sunlight on the grass, the weight of his hand on my shoulder. I can't let go.
The curve faltered, wobbling as his heart split between the executioner's strike and a brother's surrender. Ren's ghostly hands closed around the ball, so easily, a sad smile twisting his hollow features. The scoreboard flashed 0, a crimson death sentence. No attempts remained. The stadium roared in agony. Pillars shattered, the pitch split open, swallowing chunks of the grandstand. Jin collapsed to his knees, the weight of failure grinding him into the cracking earth.
I did it. I killed him anyway. Even when I tried to fail, I made it worse.
Through the dust and rubble, Ren walked toward him, the ball cradled in his spectral hands.
He's not angry. He's offering something. There's no anger in those hollow eyes, only a strange, sad peace.
The perfection was never in the arc, Jin. It was in this.
He pressed his translucent hand to Jin's chest, right over the heart, and the cold burned like truth.
Only when you accept that I am gone, truly let me go, will the ball fly free enough to shatter the lock.
Except he's gone. Not just forgive, but sever. No more holding on. All my kicks were chained because I refused to bury him. That's the cost of freedom.
Ren knelt and placed the ball in Jin's trembling hands, the leather cold as a grave offering.
One more kick, Jin. Not for revenge, not for guilt. For us. Free me by saying goodbye.
Goodbye. I have to mean it. The perfect curve only happens when I surrender the last piece of him.
Jin stood, the ball cradled against his chest, the weight of finality settling into his bones.
This time, I'll make it beautiful. A farewell curve. I am sorry for the fight, for not returning your message, for holding on so tight. I strangled us both.
I know, little brother. I've always known.
Goodbye, Ren. I love you. I am letting you go.
He placed the ball on the penalty spot. His hands were steady. His heart was heavy but free. Ren walked back to the goal, his ghostly form shimmering with a sad, peaceful light.
This kick is for you. Not to kill, but to release. A farewell curve, perfect and final.
He took a deep breath, the dust of the crumbling stadium swirling around him, like golden memories. Then he stepped back. Eyes locked not on the goal, but on the brother who would finally be free.
Thank you for everything. Now, watch me fly.
And with a heart unburdened, Jin began the final run-up, the arc already written in his soul. His foot met the ball with a thunderclap of light. Golden energy erupted, weaving every memory into the curve.
This is the one. The farewell curve. Fly, brother.
The ball soared, a comet of love and loss, bending impossibly toward the upper corner.
I release you. I release myself.
Ren's ghostly arm reached, but his hand opened, palm up, as if offering the ball passage.
Goodbye, Jin. Thank you.
The ball flowed past his fingertips, the phantom curve a living thing of grace. Time fractured. The portal's runes shivered. The stadium's groan fell silent. Jin's heart beat once, twice. The ball was a golden needle threading the last stitch of his grief. And then, suspended between hope and ruin, the perfect free kick continued its flight, a brother's kiss, forever unbroken. The ball rippled the net like a stone dropped into a still pond. Then the universe answered with a detonation of pure, annihilating light. The portal erupted in a supernova of white flame, swallowing the shadows and silencing the ancient runes forever. The stadium's collapse halted, cracks sealed, debris drifting down, as if time exhaled.
It worked, but the price. I feel the cord snap. He's gone.
Beneath the crossbar, Ren's form began to scatter, a ghost shedding its final sorrow, unraveling into the light.
You did it. You set me free. Now live, Jin. Live for both of us.
Jin sprinted across the pitch, arms outstretched, but his hands passed through the dissolving shape, clutching only motes of golden stardust. Ren's smile faded last, a quiet crescent of peace that branded itself into Jin's memory.
Number. Don't leave. Not yet.
The portal blazed open and eternal, a door to the world beyond. But Jin stood frozen, staring at the empty space where his brother had been. The dead concrete softened, grass pushed through cracks, and the shattered stands melted into a gentle hillside under a sunrise that didn't exist moments before.
What is this? The nightmare is becoming a meadow.
Then they appeared, his fallen teammates, not golden dust anymore, but whole and smiling, their phantom forms brimming with peace.
You are all here. My kick. It didn't just open the portal. It broke the cycle for everyone.
One by one, they raised their hands in gratitude, then dissolved into warm light, leaving no trace but a lingering sense of brotherhood. The ball rested in the fresh grass, the leather still warm, pulsing faintly with the memory of the perfect curve. Jin knelt and lifted it, pressing it to his chest as if it were a heart he could protect.
Ren's essence is in this ball. Every kick I take from now on will carry his voice. I'll keep playing for him, for all of you. This is my promise.
He turned toward the shimmering portal, the ball cradled in his arms, and took a steady breath. The real world was waiting. He stepped into the light, and the world folded behind him with a sound like a held breath released. Cold air hit his face. He stood outside the old stadium, the one Ren had walked into on that final night.
This is where it ended for him, where it began for me.
The sunset painted the rusted gates in shades of forgiveness. The silence felt like an answer.
He's not here, but I am. That's enough.
He turned his back to the old stadium and began to walk, the ball a steady weight in his hand.
No more death games, no more guilt, just the open road and his memory. I'll play football again, real football, where goals don't cost souls.
The sunset stretched his shadow long across the asphalt, and for the first time in years, it felt like his own.
Goodbye, Ren. I'll carry you in every kick.
The road stretched empty before him, but a familiar warmth brushed his shoulder, halting his steps.
That feeling. It's like he's walking right beside me.
Jin turned his head slightly. A faint silhouette moved at his side, tall and easy, just as it had in childhood.
I'll keep playing for both of us. Every match, every goal.
The silhouette didn't speak, but its outline rippled with something like pride.
Thank you for letting me go, and for staying.
The ghost of his brother dissolved into the sunset, but the warmth lingered. Jin glanced back once at the old stadium, its rusted gates glowing in the dying light.
That place can't hold us anymore. Only forward now.
He turned and continued down the road, the ball a quiet heartbeat in his grip, carrying his brother's spirit into the future. Months later, on a dusty neighborhood pitch, Jin crouched beside a dozen eager kids, a worn ball balanced on his palm. He set the ball, demonstrating the run-up, the exact angle Ren had burned into his muscle memory a lifetime ago.
See how the ball spins. Let your whole body shape the curve, like you are whispering a secret to the air.
A boy with scraped knees tugged at his shoelace and asked the question Jin had been waiting to hear.
My brother. He taught me everything. The arc, the patience, the way a kick can be a prayer.
The name hung in the air, then rose with the dust motes. Jin's gaze followed, and he froze. There, carved in white against the blue, was a cloud shaped like Ren, arms spread wide, a keeper guarding the heavens.
You are still watching over me, still teaching me to let go, even now.
A breeze tumbled the ball gently toward the net, as if nudged by an unseen hand. The kids cheered.
Every kick I teach, every kid who bends it right, carries you forward. That's our legacy, Ren.
The kids scattered home, their laughter fading. Jin gathered the worn ball and walked across the empty pitch toward the road. His shadow stretched long in the dying light. Then a second shadow bled from his own, broader and achingly familiar. A sudden breeze lifted the ball from his hand. It hovered, impossibly, spinning slowly above his palm. A ghostly pressure settled on his shoulder, light as a brother's hand, heavy with all the words never said.
Thanks, Ren, for everything.
The ball dropped back into his grip, warm and solid. The touch faded, but the warmth stayed. The second shadow dissolved like a breath on a mirror, leaving only his own, stretching forward into the coming night. Jin began to walk, the ball cradled against his heart, his steps light and certain. On the empty goal line of the small field, the old football rested. A single teardrop glistened on its worn leather, and somewhere in the fading light, a brother's smile lingered, unseen but unending,